Hey guys, Corey here. Welcome back to the channel for another Clash of Clans video. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. I have a different speed for you today. We're going to be focusing in with a laser focus on Queen Charge attack strategy. We're looking at Town Hall 11, but honestly, this is going to apply to Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 12 as well. We're going to be watching these attacks at half speed so that I have time to go over every little detail. If you're looking to learn, if you're looking to improve your Queen Charge LavaLoon attack skills, then you are in the right place. If you like my videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Guys, I'm actually going to turn my face off. That way I can get real close to my phone. We're going to be zooming in a lot. We're going to take a really close look at these attacks. Let's get right into it. Now, Octogram, you can see he's got a Queen Charge attack queued up. He's got a jump to get into the base, which is great. We see some great jump value. Now, the plan is he wants to start his Queen right about here, walk her down to here, and jump into there. Now, first thing you need to do in order to do that is establish your funnel. You'll see I've stopped it. He's already got a baby dragon and 3 loons down. Nice thing is the loons can come out and take out this archer tower specifically, and the baby dragon can clean up several buildings behind it. Now, why this archer tower specifically? Well, if you look at the spacing right here, it's about 4 tiles back from the edge of this wall piece. So the queen cannot stand like right at the level of this cannon and reach that archer tower. If she decides she wants to go after that archer tower, she's gonna have to wrap around that corner. And once she wraps around, she's probably not coming back. So that's why he's directly targeting that archer tower with those 3 loons, using a baby dragon behind to get rid of those outer buildings. Let's go ahead and check this out. But very nice job funneling there. 3 goblins on the town hall. Remember, town hall is a resource structure. They do the bonus damage. Just 2 goblins does more damage to a town hall faster than a single wizard does. So 3 goblins is going to help get that thing down a little early. Now you can tell that Tesla farm was a surprise, but he still got rid of that archer tower right there. And that one was the big one. That one was the building on that side that could really cause that queen to wrap around. Other than that, she can reach all those Teslas. She can reach this elixir storage right here. No reason to wrap around that wall, so she's gonna keep walking to the left. Very nicely done, making sure he got that archer tower. Now, if we go ahead and actually, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because we covered that pretty well. Rage coming down ahead of time there because he knows he's gonna encounter that enemy king, and you gotta rage through that enemy king pretty much all the time, especially if there's any other defenses on you. You're gonna have to use a rage there. You might as well plan on it. He does a lot of damage on those hits. Now, you could tell he was a little bit worried about that elixir storage there. Didn't see that Tesla farm coming, but once again, the queen can reach it from right here. She's not gonna wrap around, so he is good to go. You got a minion down on it, which, you know, not gonna put much of a dent, but maybe sped up the queen on it by, I don't know, maybe a hit, maybe not. Another nice part of starting out right here is look at that eagle artillery. Now that he's gotten rid of those exterior defenses, that eagle is very exposed. All he really has to do is get rid of this wizard tower and maybe this cannon, and all of a sudden that eagle artillery can be directly targeted by that stone slammer, and that's huge, guys. On these Queen Charge LavaLoon attacks, you have 2 things that you absolutely have to get, and that's going to be the enemy CC and the enemy queen. But really, really close in there on those is going to be that eagle. It's not as important as the first 2. You can get it with the first part of the LavaLoon if you have to, but getting that enemy eagle artillery is kind of objective number 3, honestly. So you got to have a plan to deal with that either very early in the Lalo or with the charge, or in this case, direct targeting it with the stone slammer. Guys, check this out. We're going to pause right here. This is a big moment in the attack. You see where he's got that jump spell down, and look at the buildings that are left over here on the left-hand side. Queen is not going to take that jump without some assistance from the king, so he's going to be popping his king ability. You really have to get rid of this elixir storage right here. Otherwise, queen, there's no buildings on the inside to draw her in there. She's going to target air defense, then elixir storage, and continue walking outside the base, because at that point she's already walked past the jump. Now he's going to pop his king ability, so his king gets rid of that elixir storage before that air defense goes down, and that is huge, because now all of a sudden the next closest building is going to be that multi-target Inferno on the inside. If he didn't pop his king ability right there, his queen does not take the jump. This is not a 3-star attack. So keep an eye on the pathing of your buildings for your queen charge while you're doing it. That's why the king, one of the reasons the king is so powerful at funneling, you can control his speed. All right, if you need him If you need to keep some buildings up over there for some reason, draw your queen over, just don't pop that ability and you'll probably be all right. But if you need him to hurry up and get that funnel done, you can pop his ability and get that funnel made even quicker. Just, you know, because timing is huge, like we saw right there. So, excuse me. Got the poison down. Now, the most important part about that poison right there with the witches and the CC is catching the witches themselves. So if you see or suspect witches coming out of a CC, slow down, make sure you place that poison properly, and maybe delay it by a second or two, because those witches are going to trail behind all the other troops, and those are the most important ones to get caught in that poison. Because your queen can get tied up on the skellies. Look at that stone slammer direct targeting that eagle, just like we talked about. Guys, let's look at this right up here. Very nice job deploying all those loons in a timely manner there, and he got a good split right here. The one thing you don't want to see on these islands is them targeting this cannon first, then going here, and then going to the archer tower, completely missing that multi-target inferno, because it's in an island. There's like 3 spaces between that and nearest defense on the outside. So you got to make sure you either get a good spread, you got to make sure you get this air defense down soon enough that the ones targeting the cannon will go in and get that multi-target inferno. You can see he's got a second group right here, behind that whole first group, so that if everything does bounce around there, this group is going to catch that haste and go in and grab that multi-target inferno. Very nicely done on the deployment of Lalo there by Octagram. And there we go. Look at that big group heading in towards that multi-target inferno in the island. It can be tricky, but if you keep it in mind, you can time it and you can make sure you get some loons into it, because if you skip it entirely, you're in big trouble. You're not going to be 3-star in the base. Nice ward ability there in that multi-target inferno section, leading into those expos as well. Some really high hit point defenses, and he's got a ton of loons left over from that multi-target inferno section that were more than enough to get those 2 expos taken out. Queen at this point is trying to break through a wall. Look at that stone slammer still surviving. That stone slammer is going to be big on finishing this attack, although, oh man, if that wizard tower would have gone down on the left, the rest of his loons could have done it all by themselves. But as it is, stone slammer is going to drop full health, max loons in the base. Guys, at this point, let's just watch the cleanup, because this base is wrecked. Very nicely done by Octagram. He understands all the things that he has to get in order to make that successful, and the adjustments he has to make on the fly as well, just like popping that king ability to make sure that his queen took that jump into the base. Very nicely done. Guys, let's go check out our next example. Here we've got another base for a very similar army. On this one, you're going to notice, if you look on the bottom left, he does have wall breakers, so he's going to be executing a wall break over here. And then jumping even deeper into the base after that. It's a beautiful, beautiful charge. Check out the coverage of this multi-target inferno over here. You're going to notice from that, if you wanted to wall break somewhere in here, you might have to bring a freeze for it. But it's got areas over here where it doesn't reach, specifically over here, although that's covered by a wizard tower. Granted, wizard towers don't cover wall breakers very well anymore. It takes 2 hits to get them down, but you still got to think about it. This corner right here, however, is not covered by that multi-target inferno. It's not covered by any splash at all. Holy notices that, and that's where he's going to be wall breaking in. Let's check out how he makes this funnel right here. He must have had 1 camp space left over for that goblin. He's going to put it on that town hall early, and it's not going to get the town hall down by itself, but it's going to get it down in health enough to where by the time he gets his king and a wizard over there on it, it's going to have significantly less health, at least maybe down to a 4/5 or 2/3 of its previous health there. Got a P.E.K.K.A coming in. P.E.K.K.A s are great for funneling. They're super tanky. Had a few loons there to back it up. Must have known about that Tesla, or at least suspected one there. Or maybe he was going to use those loons to go in and try and target that cannon. But either way, that P.E.K.K.A and a loon or 2 over there definitely got that funnel established. Here we go. King is coming down with a wizard on the left-hand side. The wizard is just to speed up the king's funnel. And sometimes you get a little bit lucky and the wizard grabs buildings inside the walls if he's falling behind the king. I don't usually like to count on that, though, because, you know. Here we go. Look at that. Queen coming down. He already did get a test wall breaker in there. Just make sure there was no small bombs on that area. If there was, it would have been uncovered by that test wall breaker. Look at those 4 wall breakers untouched right there. Queen was tanking defenses on the right, king was tanking defenses down below, and the 4 wall breakers in there did not even get touched by anything. Beautiful wall break. King is going to continue clearing the buildings on this outside, otherwise queen gets in here on this channel, she might decide to break out and keep going after them. That's why it's a great idea to use the king a lot of times, because he can funnel a whole side of the base, really making sure that your troops or your queen, if it's a queen charge, are going to be staying inside that base. So now you can really see exactly where he's going to be using that jump. Right over that multi-target Inferno area. He's going to get his queen into the Eagle Artillery, the enemy queen, the enemy CC. All 3 of those objectives that we were talking about earlier, including the ones you have to get on a queen charge LavaLoon, which is the enemy CC, enemy queen. I know I say it a lot, but I get a lot of new viewers. So there's going to be some new guys watching this video that need that information. That's why I try to include it in everyone. Once again, guys, we got witches coming out of the enemy CC. Those can be trouble for a queen charge unless you're very precise with that poison placement. And sure enough, catches those 2 witches in the poison. That means all the new skellies that they spawn are going to be caught in that poison as well. But even if they're not, even if the queen is tied up with a bunch of skellies being spawned, with the 2 witches inside the poison, that poison will kill them, even if the queen doesn't have a chance to get a shot off on them. Why it's so important to get witches inside of your poison spell on a queen charge. There we go. Queen is coming in to that section that we're talking about. Multi's already down, locked onto the enemy queen. Has an early rage on her. Even though she was full health, he knew he was coming into contact with that enemy queen, and you gotta rage through that kill or pop the ability. That's why he had to rage down on her ahead of time. Even though she was full health, because he knows that a high-level queen like that is no joke. You gotta have that rage down early. That way you don't have to use a rage and pop the ability just because you used that rage a little too late. So here we go. We've got LavaLoon portion coming in. Check out the timing on these loons right here. Got this first group really far away, and you have to take that into account. He really wants this group right here to go in and get this wizard tower, but to do that, he either had to drop them like all the way out here on the left to get them to direct target it, or he just has to make sure he gets some other loons into this, get rid of this bomb tower, so that these loons retarget the wizard tower. Also went pretty heavy on these first drops. You have to. Wizard tower expos in there, very high hit point defenses. You gotta have a lot of loons just to make sure you get those taken out. If you're sitting there forever on a wizard tower or on expos, your loons are going to die off, you're going to lose that momentum, and you're not going to be tripling the base. Queen is still in there just wrecking this base. She's going to be able to reach another air sweeper as well, which is huge. Look at that, just like we talked about, that first group of loons is retargeting directly towards that wizard tower. All those other loons are in there cleaning up those expos and the other defenses in there. Now he had a hound, I believe, out in front of his stone slammer right there, just kind of trying to tank for it, because otherwise that air defense would take it down really soon. That air defense is now down. Stone slammer is about to pop though. Next time it gets hit by anything, it's going down. Rage in that section, I love it, because the wizard towers and the multi-target inferno, first of all, very dangerous for loons. If his loons had been a little lower health, he might have used his warden ability right there. As it is, he's not going to quite need it. But the rage helps those loons not only speed up, but do a lot more damage. So they get through those high hit point defenses faster. High hit point defenses are going to be your wizard towers, your expos, your multi-target infernos. Rage spell can help them get through it, even if there's not quite as many loons as you'd like to have in there to take care of that. Makes it act like there's twice as many loons in there as far as damage done. Possibly even more. I think the damage increase is like 160%. I don't know, but it is very significant. Allows you to take out defenses that you otherwise wouldn't be able to take out with the number of loons that you have. Able to use that Grand Warden ability at the very end of the base, just because he didn't really need it anywhere else before that. And guys, once again, this base is wrecked. Beautiful charge by Holy on this one. I would love to be able to say his whole name on my YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure I get in trouble for that. So here, let's say hi again. Here, I'm still here, guys. So little different speed on the video today. I understand that the guys that want the wham bam, keep me entertained sort of thing, this is not going to appeal to them. But for the guys that are trying to learn, this sort of thing is going to be invaluable. So I'm trying it out. Honestly, when I first started out, this is my roots right here. I would go into super detail on every little thing about attacks, and I know a lot of people enjoyed that. So we're gonna see how this does view wise. Either way, it's very nice to be extremely helpful once in a while. So hopefully, if you guys watch these things all the way through, you know, you're still here at this point, I guarantee you probably learned or saw something you didn't think of before. I know I learned from going through these, noticing these little details from these highly skilled attackers, and I'm like, oh man, gives me ideas to do on my attacks. You know, and it really shows the right way to do things, or how to deal with a problem on the fly as well. So with that, guys, check out the details below this video if you haven't already, and there you're gonna find links to all my social media, including my Discord server. Pop in, say hi to me. It's the best place to get a hold of me. Also, give me a follow on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming over there more often here in the very near future, so don't miss out on that. And guys, I will see you in the next video.